Hello, everyone! Ever found yourself in a conversation that's more awkward than a porcupine in a balloon shop? Yeah, we've all been there. But fear not, today we're going to tackle those cringe-worthy silences head-on and turn your chit-chat into a captivating conversation. Addressing awkward silences. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Awkward silences. They're not as terrifying as we make them out to be. In fact, they can even provide a much-needed breather in a conversation. So, next time you hit a lull, don't panic. Just take a deep breath and dive back in.
Example. Hey, I had an interesting experience over the weekend. I tried out this new restaurant. Ever been there? They claim to serve dishes from all over the world. Or you could point out something they're doing like, I noticed you're reading an intriguing book. What's it about? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
The importance of active listening. Now, if you want to keep the conversation flowing, active listening is your best friend. It's not just about hearing the words, it's about showing genuine interest and responding in a way that keeps the dialogue going. Remember, folks, a good conversation is a two-way street.
Example. If your conversation partner is sharing about their recent trip, you could respond, that sounds awesome. Where exactly did you go? What did you think of the local cuisine? You can also ask, tell me more about the local culture you mentioned. Were there any traditions or customs that stood out to you?
Asking about personal interests. One surefire way to make a conversation more engaging is to ask about personal interests. Whether it's their favorite book, a hobby, or even their opinion on pineapple on pizza, a hot topic we know, people love talking about what they're passionate about.
Example. You might ask, what's your all-time favorite movie? What makes it special for you? Or, what hobbies do you have? How did you get into them? And what do you enjoy most about them? This can lead to a lively discussion about shared interests.
Developing personal interests. Speaking of passions, developing your own interests can lead to more interesting conversations. The more you know, the more you have to talk about. So go ahead. Dive into that documentary on space exploration or take up salsa dancing. Who knows? It might just be the conversation starter you need.
Example. If you're into art, you could say, I recently started painting, and it's been such a great way to unwind. Have you ever tried your hand at anything creative? Or maybe you have an interest in something like sports. I just discovered a new sport myself. Want to give it a shot together?
Accepting differences in communication styles. But here's the kicker. Not everyone wants or is able to keep a conversation going. And that's okay. We're all different. And what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to be patient, understanding, and adaptable.
Example. If you notice your companion isn't very chatty, you could say, I totally get that sometimes it's hard to keep a conversation going. If you're comfortable with it, we can just enjoy the silence for a bit.
Conclusion. So there you have it, folks. With these tips, you'll be turning awkward silences into awesome dialogues in no time. Remember, the art of conversation is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. So get out there and start chatting. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, keep the conversation going.